Hi, I'm Zane.
Hi, I'm Reese, and we are brothers from another motherboard. The topic of today's video is coding.
Coding is very important as it's crucial for all of the technology we have today.
Yes, something good about coding is how versatile it is. I mean, in some cases, there's many different ways to solve a problem, so everyone's code looks different.
There are tons of different coding languages. These include Python, Java, JavaScript, C++, and many more. Coding languages are usually categorized into two groups: text-based languages and drag-and-drop languages.
Yes, text-based languages are like languages like Python, C++, where there is only typing.
While drag-and-drop languages are languages like Scratch and Click Fusion. Drag-and-drop languages have some elements where the user drags bits of code onto the workplace, but they also have some parts where that use typing, where the user actually types bits of code.
Text-based languages are usually for intermediate to advanced users and are good for their customization and speed. They can be a bit intimidating to beginners, so a lot of people use drag-and-drop languages for their simplicity and ease of use. In this video, we will be mostly focusing on Python, as it is one of the most beginner-friendly languages, even though it is text-based.
First, the history of coding. The very first commercially available coding language was Fortran, developed in 1956 by a team led by John Backus at IBM.
Fortran soon became known for its efficiency, as it was very widely used.
Many languages have been created all up to the present day.
Usually, languages have specific tasks that they are good at. For example, C++ is good for low-level applications that can only take up little space, and JavaScript is used for websites.
Let's start with the basics of coding in Python, although this information is also present in many other languages.
First, let's go over variables. The word variable means something that can vary, which is what a variable is. Think of a variable as a box that you can store objects in.
Then, when you want the object in the box, you just have to ask for the name of the box. To set a variable in Python, you simply type the name of the variable, then an equal sign, then what you want to put as the variable.
But there is a certain way to make variable names. There must be no spaces in the variable, so usually people use underscores where spaces usually go. Stay away from putting capital letters in variables, and try to make the name describe what the variable does. This is so, if another programmer is reading your code, they will understand it.
Next, let's go over data types. Data types are types of data stored in code. The main types are strings, integers, float/doubles, and booleans. First, a string. A string is just a set of characters. To write a string, just type what you want inside single or double quotes. Strings can be printed using the print command and can be used for many other things.
Then there are integers. An integer is just any whole number. For example, you could use integers to print the sum of 5 and 3. There are also things known as doubles and floats. They are relatively the same thing and are used for decimals or any number that is not a whole number.
The last data type is Boolean. There are only two Booleans, true and false. True and false in coding are just two choices to show that there are only two cases in a certain piece of code. They can also be called 1 and 0 or on and off.
In fact, every bit of code is made up in ones and zeros, known as binary. Every letter is really a cloak for a string of numbers that makes the letter. The letters are just there to make the coder's job faster and easier.
The last concept we will go over in coding are if statements. An if statement checks to see if a condition is true, then runs coding depending on if it is true or false.
In Python, you can make an if statement by typing if the statement equals something else, then below put the code you want to run.
An if statement can be used when you want to do a certain task only if a condition is true.
Well, that's all for this video, and we'll see you next time on Brothers from Another Motherboard.